Hey friends, welcome back to Spirit and Truth Yoga, the place you can bring God onto your mat. Today we're talking about the yogic teaching of non-attachment. This is a concept that is all throughout the Bible. We think of scriptures like Galatians 5 where it says the spirit and the flesh are in conflict with one another. Jesus said the spirit is willing but the body is weak. And this is all about mind over body. So today I hope for this brief yoga session you can connect deep down within yourself to overcome the physical. And so let's learn how to do that on our mats today. So today we're going to come into crocodile pose to start really connecting with the breath, really drilling down deep. So come onto your belly all the way down, overlap your arms, hands at each elbow, resting your forehead on your forearms. Ankles can be together with toes pointed out or ankles away, whatever's most comfortable for you. Really connecting with your breath here, starting to still your body, still your mind. Connecting with our breath can really help us to detach from the physical, to detach from our desires, our sensations, and the world around us. Connecting with your breath as you fill that belly with breath, feeling it push down into your mat, and allowing that to guide you to slow your mind, releasing with each breath any thoughts or anxieties. Our guiding scripture today is Galatians 5:16. So I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh, for the flesh desires what is contrary to the Spirit, and the Spirit what is contrary to the flesh. They are in conflict with one another, so that you do not do what you want. Continuing to breathe, connecting with your spirit deep within yourself. Noticing the sensations of the body and just walking through them, acknowledging them, but passing them by. Noticing the thoughts and distractions, but passing them by as you detach, just observing, connecting with your spirit, connecting with your breath, seeing how you come to stillness as you detach from these sensations. Couple more breaths here. When you're ready, coming up into a table, hands below shoulders, knees below hips, tops of feet pressing into the mat, creating a lot of length here from crown of the head down to your tailbone, really feeling your stretching of your spine. On an inhale, lifting your chin, coming in to cow pose. Exhaling into cat. Just going to do a couple of these as we warm up. After your cat, meeting again in table. Inhaling, lifting right arm off the mat, extending left foot, reaching in opposite directions. Nose pointed towards the mat. Creating some length here. Releasing right hand to the mat. Bringing your left foot over towards your right shoulder. Glancing down at your heel. Feeling that nice side body stretch here. Breathing deeply here. Again, noticing those sensations, but not feeling attached to them. Just observing them. Connecting with your breath. On an exhale, sweep that heel all the way across towards the other shoulder. Again, nice side body stretch here. Noticing those sensations, but not allowing them to bother you. Connecting with your strong spirit. not allowing your flesh to control you. Releasing foot to the mat or to the floor next to your mat. Lifting left hand up, opening up here. Beautiful heart opener. Feeling the glory of your spirit, connecting to the glory of God. Releasing the spirit within you. Exhaling, hand to the mat. Slowly and controlledly lifting that foot again, keeping it flexed, bringing it back around straight behind you. Extending right hand, stretching one more time, all the way out. Bring your heel up, bending your knee, and if you would like, coming into tiger pose, reaching back, grasping that hand, kicking that hand in, or that foot into your hand, lifting your chin, finding maybe a point to set your gaze. Again, noticing those sensations of maybe wobbling, not allowing them to agitate you, detaching from them, feeling this beautiful connection to your spirit. A few breaths here. See if you can deepen your breathing. On an exhale, stretching back out and releasing to the mat. Let's do that on the other side. On an exhale, lifting right heel, left hand, stretching out. Connecting to that willing spirit within you. Exhaling, left hand down. Let's bring that heel towards the left shoulder. Nice side body stretch here. Breathing, stretching that foot out. Glancing at your heel. Sending a lot of breath into those right ribs, feeling them expand. Bringing that heel all the way around to the opposite shoulder. Glancing down at it before releasing it to the floor. Pressing into the floor as we lift our right hand up, opening our chest. Breathing deeply here. What a beautiful posture. Feeling your heart opening up. On exhale, releasing hand to the mat. Slow, with control, pressing knee into the mat, both hands in the mat, lifting up that foot. Bring it back straight behind you. Leaving it there, lifting left hand, extending, finding lots of length. Pressing that right or left foot into the mat. Before bending knee, coming into tiger pose if you'd like. Pressing your foot into your hand. Lifting your chin to gaze straight ahead of you. Breathing deeply here. Allowing your foot to really open your chest here. Again, noticing the sensations of your body, the distractions or thoughts of your mind, but just taking an observing position. Listening to your spirit, connecting with your spirit. Exhaling, releasing, down to the mat. Maybe shaking those hips out, finding a little motion. Getting ready to come up into your first downward dog. Maybe you come into stillness. Maybe you pedal your feet out, whatever your body's feeling. Drawing heart towards the mat, ears by biceps. Trying to draw your forehead toward the floor, lifting hips, making those minor adjustments. Breathing here. Walk, step, or hop up to the front of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Inhaling, arms all the way up. bringing in that light. Exhaling, hands to heart center, bringing all of that light connecting to your spirit here. Feel your thumbs pressing into your sternum. Connect with your spirit for a moment. Maybe drawing an intention for yourself, for your practice. Allowing yourself to detach for just a moment. Not be distracted or led astray by your flesh, by your mind. Making peace with yourself. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold. Let's step left foot back, coming into a low lunge. Lifting hands up here. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Let's come into plank. Nice strong plank to begin. Taking a moment here, drawing your core muscles towards the ceiling. Long straight line from crown of the head, through the tailbone, down to the heels. On an exhale, lowering down, maybe even dropping knees, coming down into a back bend. Maybe you, like me, want to choose Sphinx pose today. A nice gentle back bend. A great moment to connect with yourself. Pressing hands into the floor of the mat. Closing eyes. On exhale, releasing down to the mat, bringing hands under shoulder, pressing up into downward dog. Two deep breaths here, connecting with yourself, detaching from sensations, from distractions. Looking between the hands, let's step left foot forward, coming into a low lunge on the opposite side. In Romans 7, Paul talks about not doing what he wants to do. What I don't want to do, that's what I do. So many times our flesh can lead us astray, our physical desires, our distractions, our emotions. Yoga can teach us to overcome them. Ultimately, God can teach us to overcome those. To live in step with the Spirit. Maybe saying a little prayer to yourself for a moment. Connecting with that desire. Not being led astray by our own bodies, our own reactions. Releasing hands to the mat, flipping the toes. Let's step up into a forward fold. Inhale, let's come up to a flat back. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhaling, sweeping arms up, completely taking up so much space and room. Exhaling, hands to heart. Letting it all go here. Releasing our minds, releasing our bodies. Drilling down deep within yourself. Slowly, with control, I want you to, on an inhale, lift your left foot, almost like you're going to come into stork's pose, but sending it behind you, coming in to warrior one. Heels should be in a line. Hips facing as much as you can to the front of the mat. Dropping into that knee. Maybe hands at heart center. Maybe exhaling, arms up overhead. Noticing those physical sensations here. Maybe even making some minor adjustments. But stilling your mind. Going to a place of complete stillness, concentration. Let's exhale, opening up into warrior two. Radiating our warriors, dropping our left hand, reaching right arm up overhead. Again, dropping into that front right knee, trying to pull it towards your pinky toe, pressing into the outer edge of that back left foot. Exhaling back to warrior two. Straightening that front left leg. Come into pyramid pose, releasing hands to the mat. Tracking chin over shin. Trying to straighten that front left leg as much as possible. Front right leg, I'm sorry. Disoriented today. Maybe it's the detachment. Again, detaching from that sensation you're feeling behind your right leg. Drawing deep within yourself. Connecting with your breath. When you're ready, flipping those right toes, left toes, I'm so sorry, coming to the tops of your foot. Let's inch our right leg out, coming in to lizard pose. You can stay here, you can drop your knee. You can stay here, or come down to your forearms. Really beautiful hip opener here, feeling the release, all that energy in your right hip. Connecting with your breath here. When you're ready, inching that right foot back more towards center and coming up, hands up into a low lunge. See if you can shift your pelvis just an inch forward, coming a little bit deeper into this pose. Staying here, or if you'd like to join me, flip those back left toes, pressing up into a high lunge. Straightening that back left leg. Detaching from the emotions of this being hard or frustration. When you're ready, lowering hands to the mat, we're going to take a three-legged dog, pressing hands into the mat, sweeping that right leg through and up. Trying to lower your left heel towards the mat. Trying to straighten that left leg. On exhale, releasing right foot to the mat. Coming to a more traditional downward dog. Breathing here. Noticing your body. Connecting with your breath. Maybe raising those hips a little bit higher. Bringing more of a fold into your hips. Drawing heels towards the mat. When you're ready, stepping left foot up, coming in to warrior one on the other side. Dropping in to that front left knee, pulling it open towards the pinky toes. Maybe picking a point to set your gaze to help your detachment through the powers of concentration. On an exhale, opening up into warrior two. The spirit is so willing, but our flesh can be so weak. Radiating that warrior. Left hand comes up, right hand drops behind the right leg. warrior two. Straightening that left leg as we allow our hands into the mat, coming into pyramid pose. Being a kind observer to your thoughts, the sensations of your body. Breathing deeply here. Finding peace in your breath. Bringing both hands to the inside of your left foot. Let's inch it out a little bit to the edge of your mat. Flipping those back toes, coming in to lizard pose. You can leave your right knee up or releasing it to the mat. Really dropping nicely in to that left hip. Sending a lot of breath there. This variation of lizard pose works well for our abbreviated session. If you drop down, flipping those right toes as we prepare to come up to a three-legged dog. Lowering left foot to the mat. Making any minor adjustments to enjoy your last down dog. Lowering knees to the mat. Let's bring our feet around, come to our seat, and come in to a wide leg forward fold. So heels should be about at the sides of your mat. Really reaching up tall through the crown of the head. Reaching forward as much as your body enables. Keeping the integrity of the spine. Nice long spine here before just collapsing forward. Finding that beautiful release. Trying to keep those legs active by flexing the feet. Noticing those sensations, but just simply noticing them, not allowing them to disagree with you. Always making note of pain. Always making adjustments for pain. But the poses that we don't like are great work for non-attachment, learning to be okay with discomfort, things that we don't like. On an inhale, raising back up and settling in to our Shavasana, finding your way onto your backs. Taking a few breaths for yourself. Shavasana is how we end our practice, coming in to full physical stillness, beginning to still our minds as traditionally we come into a meditation practice. But to end our abbreviated class, just taking a moment to try to push yourself into further detachment of the mental and physical world around you. Breathing a little deeper. Maybe making observations of your physical body, but seeing how the mind and the body can be separate. Taking a couple more breaths here in our Shavasana. I'll remind us of our theme passage today, Galatians 5:16. So I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. For the flesh desires what is contrary to the Spirit, and the Spirit what is contrary to the flesh, so that they are in conflict with each other, so that you do not do whatever you want. Taking a thought of or idea of that with you, rolling to one side, finding a little bit of movement from our abbreviated Shavasana practice today. Rolling up, finding a comfortable seat to take one more moment, maybe joining me with hands at heart center to say a little silent prayer to yourself between you and God about what you learned about mind over body and non-attachment today. God, help us to see that your Spirit is so powerful, and that if we live by it, we can have such rich lives. That we are stronger than we know, that our bodies are weak. Help our minds and spirits to be strong and to trust in you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Spirit and Truth Yoga comes from John 4, where Jesus says true worshipers must worship in spirit and in truth. And I hope that you've learned a little bit about God's truth today to help you both on and off of your mat. If you want to learn more about God's truth, please reach out to me. My information is at the end of this video. But until next time, namaste.